Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm here today with a Stitch With Me. I'm going to be working on my one day saving kit from onedaysaving.com. It's my silhouette aerial, and I'm going to try and plumb my way through some of this all black background. So grab a project, come and sit with me, and whoops, I'll let you know what's been going on with us. Tyler, we've not been sure about what he wants to do, like when he leaves school, because September he will no longer be in school. It's taken us a while to kind of coax him into deciding what he wants to do. I don't think he was even 100% sure, but he's been in touch with the college and said, look, you know, I'm not going to have my GCSEs. Is there a way around that? So they got back in touch with Tyler and said, oh my goodness, let me get this route. There you go. Yes, there is a way. They need him to go into college and do some assessments to kind of see where he's at, and I assume if he gets accepted onto his course and perhaps he isn't quite where he needs to be, I assume they'll do his maths and English at college. That's on the 18th, and then I had a call from his orthodontist. He went to see an orthodontist about 4 weeks ago, I think it was now, and she had a look at his teeth. She said yes, he qualifies for braces. Only just though, because his teeth aren't like really bad or anything. But anyway, we've been waiting since then for an appointment to say you can go and have the braces fitted, and I got the phone call Monday, I believe. I've got a knot. Excuse me. He's got to go on the 21st, so he's got a busy week that week. He already had the moulds taken when he had his first appointment. That wasn't very nice, apparently. He said there's like this rubbery stuff they put in your mouth and it hardens within seconds. But he had quite a bit left in his mouth afterwards, and he was trying to fish it out. But the moulds were done anyway, so I assume that's what they used to make the brace. So it'll fit him. I do apologise. I don't have a cough. It's just something seems to be irritating my throat. So yeah, he's excited about that. I don't know why, because when he has his braces on, he's going to be moaning his teeth are aching. I remember Reese's, his ached quite a lot, and I know he was taking painkillers and stuff. It gets me because Tyler said he wanted braces, and I'm just like, why would any kid want braces? You know, they're going to hurt. Well, that's obvious because they're moving your teeth, so. I will apologise in advance if you hear any bangs or any squeals. My kids are at home, they're upstairs. I was going to do this video yesterday and have it uploaded first thing this morning, but I've been working on this particular cross stitch, and when I did the unboxing I said that the chart was a bit small. This one, it was really small, and it can be, let me just see if I can get this to focus for you. Not all the symbols are crystal clear. So what I was trying to do, because it was giving me a headache. So what I was trying to do, sorry, refocus you, was kind of work through that and copy the chart into an online thing called Flosscross. But just doing that was giving me a headache. So I've had to do it in stages. I couldn't do it all at once. Anyway, yesterday I was so determined I was going to get it finished that I ended up with a headache after dinner. Now, instead of stopping and leaving it, oh, nuts. Silly me, I didn't. I decided I was going to carry on. I wanted it finished. And so I did. I took 2 ibuprofen and I carried on. I did tea, and then after tea I was determined I wasn't going to have to do any more today. I didn't want the hassle. So I ended up with a migraine not late, well, it wasn't even late last night, it was just last night. I put it this way, I was in bed and asleep before any of the kids. And my youngest is 10, so it speaks volumes, doesn't it? It was horrendous. I took 2 paracetamol as well. Riley was sitting on my bed and I just climbed into bed. It was that bad I didn't even get undressed. I woke up this morning and I was still wearing what I was wearing last night. But Riley was sat on my bed. He said, "What are you doing? You going to sleep?" I said, "No, I'm just lying here with my eyes shut because the lamp was on and that was hurting my eyes." I said, "I'm just going to lie here with my eyes shut." Before I know it, he's waking me up saying, "Mum, it's 10 o'clock. Oh, nuts. Turn off then, Ry. And he turns off before Ellie, so he comes in my room. Until Ellie goes to bed. Because then she doesn't disturb him. And so the next thing I know, Rob's in there waking Riley up to put him into bed. Still got, I don't know, remnants, shall we say, of the migraine, but I'm not too bad. It could be worse. This thing's sliding off my lap. But then to top it off, I think I've got another abscess. I was due to have my root canal done on the 6th. That would have been today. But they texted me last week saying, "We've had to cancel your appointment. Please get in touch to make a new one." So that's not until the 11th of May. Well, that's where my abscess has grown. She did put a temporary cover over the tooth, but that fell out. And being as the appointment was so close, I didn't see the point in ringing to say, "Look, it's fell out." Now they've cancelled it till next month. Oh, I don't know. Rob says, "Gargle with salt water, give your mouth a rinse out." No thanks. I've done that once before and nearly vomited. It's just, no. I don't even put salt on my potatoes or my veg anymore. I stopped doing that years ago. So to put any kind of salt in my mouth, it's offensive to my mouth. It doesn't like it. I tried it once before, salt water. Ugh. Once was enough. Apart from that, we're all good. You might hear the kids running around upstairs as well, so the floors aren't exactly quiet in my house. What am I doing? Muppet. What else? My Once Upon a Fairy Tale is my focus piece for this week, as my wheel depicted on Sunday. But as of yet, I think I've only done about 100 stitches. What with doing the chart and getting the migraine. And then with the One Day Saving unboxing, I have a deal with them that they send me the goods. I unbox them on camera, and I also do a whip and chat while working on one of the kits, so I couldn't work with my Once Upon a Fairy Tale today. But that's okay. I don't mind doing this one. Like I said, I did. This took me hours, I might add. Hours. I've already done these stitches. I've been trying to find them. I've made a couple of mistakes on here, but trying to see that chart was just a nightmare. Like I said, there are a couple of stitches that I've messed up on, but I can go back and fix them later. It's not an issue. I've done the worst of it. That's, you know, that's the point. It was hard going. One thing I did notice though was, because I put it into Floss Cross, it gave it, when I put the numbers in, it gave it gave me a picture in the colours it's supposed to be. And I've noticed up here is like green, a bluey green. It's like an more green than blue. But on the, there's the cover picture. When I put it into here, it comes up more light blue than it does green. So it's not as green, but I'll work with it. We'll see how it looks when I'm finished. You know, I'm willing to give it a go. So how are you guys? I hope you're all well. Getting in lots of crafting time. I'm certainly trying. Riley hasn't touched his yet this week. I've just pulled it off the needle. Oops, sorry guys. I thought he might. But he keeps telling me he doesn't feel so well. And then as with Ellie and her dizzy spell that she had the other week, she hasn't had one since then, but she keeps going really pale, and I'm actually wondering now if she's anemic. So I have actually bought some iron tablets at the moment. We're going to give those a try and see if they help. I suffer with anemia quite regularly. So it wouldn't surprise me. You know, she is my double. As I am my mum's double. Sort of. I do look a lot like my mum. And Ellie looks a lot like me, so, you know. This thing keeps moving. I do apologise if I'm faffing about with it. Let's get it in camera, it might help, eh? Yeah, I couldn't even do Ellie's papers with it this morning. I still felt bad. It's got better as the day's gone on. I've taken painkillers and, you know, even though I had to finish my chart this morning, I took my painkillers and then went ahead and finished it. One thing I did notice, this chart, when I put it into Floss Cross and like did it all, and then I exported it as a PDF. I then saved it in my drive, and then I opened it with Pattern Keeper to see if it would work, and it did. But when I did it, let me just take you to this page. This white right here, if you look closely enough, the 10th line, it lies exactly on the right hand side of that line of 10, but when you put it in Pattern Keeper, it's over in one square to the left, which means it's in this 10 block instead of this one. And then this is half in that square and half in this one. I don't know what Pattern Keeper did to it, but it didn't work. So, and being as I've already done so much, I'm not gonna rip it out to alter it just to look like the Pattern Keeper. So I'm just gonna have to work from paper. It's not like we have never worked from paper, is it? What did we all do before Pattern Keeper? I think, to be honest, I'd be quite lost with all the projects I've got if I didn't have Pattern Keeper. Kelly messaged me, we were talking about Pattern Keeper, and she said, like, she put her new one into Pattern Keeper, and she said, how many can Pattern Keeper hold? So I sent her 3 photos of my Pattern Keeper. I think I've got about 12 charts in there. So she's got nothing to worry about for ages yet. And she is flying on her new one. Oh my gosh. I believe, I could be on about the wrong day. It was either yesterday or the day before. She messaged me saying she'd done 947 stitches, I think. And it was all in the Cheshire Cat. And it was all pink as well. She was on fire. She's found some new hand gel called Voltarol, I think. And she says when her hands start hurting, she puts that on. She said it is, oh my gosh, phenomenal. She says she can stitch for ages after she's put that on. So, fair play to her. At least she's got something. She gets bored easy, and then when she's bored, she tidies. And like she said, there's only so much housework you can do. So she's quite glad she's got into cross stitch. We also had the discussion about the count that she works on, because she's working on 14 count. And I said I think she'd be alright with 18 count. She couldn't do 25, I know that and I get that. But I showed her a piece of my 18 and she says that's not, it was via camera like, so it's hard for her to tell, but she said that's not as small as I thought. So when I kitted up her newest one for her and I put everything together, I gridded her fabric and everything, and she drove by to pick it up, I gave her the piece of 18 and she said even in person, she says, wow, that's not as small as I thought. So we might be able to get her to work on a piece of 18. Don't you just hate it when it falls off the needle? I know it's hard when you get right down to the last inch or so, but try not to waste too much. And then since buying Mandy Manzano's Make a Wish and Take a Bite, Hade, I bought that one the other day. I've decided I'm going to buy me a few. They are just absolutely gorgeous. And I'm already overexcited to kit this one up. I am definitely going to do more of hers. Where's my scissors? They are amazing. Where did I put the black? There she is. This is an 11 count kit, by the way, in case you're wondering. Let's tie this one in the back. No, let's not go far. Now. It's awkward because I've got the camera right over me. I'm restricted in my arm movement, so it's a bit awkward. There we go. No, it's got caught. There. Oh, nuts. I've just pulled the end through as well without meaning to. There we go. I get a really sore finger from this needle. I think it's just because of the way I do the stitches, but I love it. The thing I like about doing these kits on 11 count is that I don't have to keep going from front to back with my hand. I can just, you know, do the stitch in one. Whoa. Not forgetting I have to untwist it from time to time, otherwise that happens. It's gone really warm in here now. We've had a right mixed bag of weather, we have. A couple of weeks ago it was so warm, you could tell spring was in the air. You know, and then like just a couple of days later, we went way back down into cold again, and even parts of the UK had snow. And now the weather's kind of climbing back up again a little bit. It's been a right mixed bag. So my temperature butterflies are going to be going blue, then green, then back to blue. I need to catch up on the temperature butterflies. I haven't done any this week yet. I didn't, with having the migraine and stuff yesterday, I forgot to take the note down the temperature yesterday, so I had to go and find it this morning. And then because my front room has the sun most of the day, it's quite the sun trap in here. And then if you shut the living room door as well, it really holds the heat in. I mean, my thermometer says 26 at the moment in here. I'm not sure how cold it is outside, but just with the door shut, it's 26. excuse Riley, he just came in for his tablet. Whoops, don't do that. I'm at least going to wait till tomorrow before I go through that chart and pick out the ones I marked wrong. You know, my migraine, it's gone, but you know when you're left with those, the lingering just aches, like my eyeballs ache. Sounds really weird, doesn't it? But I can't think of any other way to put it. See, look, the sun's in, then it's out, then it's in, then it's out. I don't think I've quite got much stitching done this week yet. Several people commented that my pandemic is looking amazing after doing like 2,000 stitches last week, and I have to agree. I was just floored at how nice it looked just for spending a bit more time on it and watching that, you know, the bit grow. I just want to do some more on it now and keep going. But I need to touch the ones that haven't been having quite so much love. So my Gamer Cell has also been out again this week. I need to get Felicia out too, my Haid. She's been well neglected. Ellie said to me, I don't get how you can do so much stitching. It's just, I get bored easy and I like to be doing things with my hands, and stitching just happens to be a passion. So I hate it when I'm cooking tea and I've got to just stand in the kitchen watching it, because I'd rather be stitching with my hands while I'm doing, you know, tea, but I can't, because I have to keep checking on it, and that frustrates me. I hope you guys have had a great week so far. My dad spoke to me the other day. He hasn't heard anything about his x-ray, so we're assuming it can't be bad news. Because if it was, they would have rung him, you know, pretty much straight away and said, look, we've found something, blah, blah, blah. But they haven't, so... And he hasn't had to use his angina spray. I know there is a name for it. It escapes me. He does keep it with him, but he said he hasn't had to use it since he first went to the doctors and said, you know, he's getting breathless and what have you. So, touch wood, that's okay. shall have to go in a minute. I've got tea to prepare. The kids are having chicken wraps. And I guess I'm having beans on toast. I'm not a big meat eater. I will eat chicken only on a Sunday. And it has to be covered in gravy. I think I've said that several times before. Yeah, I'm not a lover of meat. But you know what, that's okay. I don't mind. When I talk about it with other people, they're like, you could at least put cheese on your beans. Nope, I don't like cheese either. My mum did. Before she got diagnosed with the tumour in her head, she was having migraines and they thought it might have been down to what she was eating. They said wine can cause it. My mum don't drink wine. She never did. He said cheese, if you eat cheese regularly, that can cause it. But my mum never used to sit there and eat the cheese from the block. Do you know what I mean? It was just cheese on toast or a cheese sandwich. It was never excessive. So I never understood how that could even be true for her. And then that's when the brain, or it wasn't even the brain, it was in the back of the skull at the base. That's when she got diagnosed with that. Sounds like the kids are going outside. When they open the back door, it causes my front room door to click. I have no idea why. Anyway, I'm going to let you guys go. I've got tea to prepare, then I've got my fairy tale to get back out. I've only done something like 40 odd stitches so far today, just because I got into a program on the TV. But I will be seeing you guys again on Sunday with my regular floss tube. But until then, guys, take care, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.